I've got the brand new Panasonic Lumix LX100. Now you'll be familiar with the LX3, 5 and 7, but the LX100 brings quite a few new brilliant features to the camera. Now first of all, you'll notice the design. Although it feels fantastic in the hand, premium quality, it's also got a new breastplate design. Now we brought to the market a few years ago the LC1, and we've taken the design from that and adapted it to this camera. It has a brand new breastplate which is retro and modern with analog controls. You can actually combine program, manual and aperture by using the analog controls on the camera, as well as compensation exposure. It has a dedicated filter button with 22 filters and the ever-trusting intelligent auto. It has a Leica Lumix lens 1.7 f-stop, which is really bright and fast. So to make the camera work efficiently, we need to put a sensor in the camera. And now we've not just put any sensor in this camera, we put a micro four thirds sensor that you find in our Lumix G cameras. What that means is you're going to get some amazing sharp photographs both in JPEG and RAW, and at the same time it's a multi-aspect ratio sensor, which means you get the same angle of view whether you choose 16:9, 4:3 or 3:2. It also has a really bright electronic viewfinder, 2.7 million dot, which is an LCD screen. Now we use LCD technology because of its better colour reproduction, and as well as having a really bright screen on the back to view from, you can also control the camera manually. The camera can focus at 0.06 seconds, which is amazingly fast. It uses the same focus system as the GH4. It's called depth from defocus, which effectively reduces wobbling and the ability for the camera to hunt for too long. It also shoots at 11 frames per second, which is really fast for a camera of this size. As well as fast shooting, you've also got amazing full HD video. Now full HD video shooting at 60 and 50 frames per second, but we go a step further than that. With the micro four thirds sensor in the camera, we're able now to shoot 4K, 4 times higher resolution than full HD. That is truly amazing for this camera. For videographers, that's brilliant, but for stills photography, you might not be aware, but you can actually record in the highest output and actually take individual stills from the video and save them as 8 million pixel JPEGs. So you can print up to A2 by using video as a tool to improve your photography. It has Wi-Fi and NFC, so if you have an NFC device like a smartphone or a tablet, you can literally touch the side of the camera and pair the two devices together. That means that you don't need a Wi-Fi network, and here we are outside the stadium. I can actually start using my smartphone device to actually remote control the camera. Not only can do that, but I can use my smartphone device to take the photos from the camera and save them on the actual smartphone device. So if you shoot in RAW and you do a lot of post-editing, actually now you can do post-editing in the camera. The LX100 has raw data processing, so effectively you can change the white balance, the saturation, the sharpness and the contrast, and there's lots more in that as well. So as well as having fast autofocus, you can shoot AF macro to get really close, up to about 3 centimeters to your subject matter, but also manual focus, and within that is focus peaking. Again, this is video technology being brought into the camera to help you fine-tune focusing, so it assists you without having to rely on the naked eye. Really works very well. The Leica Lumix lens has a 3.1 optical zoom. That can be extended to 6 times by using the intelligent processing that's built into the camera. As well as the 22 colour filters, we also now have panoramic mode, and on top of that we've also bundled a flash in the box that sits on top of the hot shoe. So that's the LX100. Feels fantastic in the hand, takes brilliant photographs, and the 4K video is truly outstanding.